Evening all, how the devil? It's been a while, hasn't it? Hup, hang on. Oh, God. I apologise, first of all, for the brushing my hair with a toffee apple look. Hello, Martin, you did make it, well done. I just got back from the gym and then realised it was like 22 and I went, ugh, and quickly had a shower and generally rushed around like a maniac. How's everybody going? Oh, it was painful as well because I've been on the piss for 2 weeks. So yeah, I was sweating like Jimmy Savile on the waltzers. Wasn't good. It never is after you've had a rest. I remember having 10 weeks leave after we invaded Iraq. I think I was drunk for about 9 of it and going back to work was emotional. Emotional! Right, first things first. As always, Oxbridge pleasantries. Champagne soy chalice, I love the name, brilliant. Dombo63, how you doing? Shiners, the evil druid. It seems like there's a few new boys in today. Derek Young, the Miffed Matlow, Prof Andy K. None of you guys are new. Welcome back. Mark McCoy, Martin Rawley, Derek Young, Andy B, Glenn Parker, Carl Pollard, Ted England, JP's networking channel. Good evening. Stu, Beard Monday, Glenn Parker, I've already said. Who else? Theo, Big Fat Cat, Wraith's Child, Stu, Vivian Needle, Tommy Walker, how you doing? Stephen On, Debs Red, Andy, Ted, Son of a, This is England, Slip, nice to see you again. Michael Taylor, always welcome another Taylor into the room. Mr. One Better, Tess Darcy, Daniel Bradshaw, yellow to you. Hello everybody. Hello. I've had a good break. But it's nice to be back. Lincoln was exceptional, Andrew. Very nice place to visit. Took the missus down there. Nice, peaceful, wasn't too crowded. Everyone's probably still scared of the fucking Rona. Got me foot tucked next to the Tennyson statue. Walked through the exit and had a quick look inside Lincoln Cathedral and then fucked off. I'm obviously very big supporter of nice old churches and religious buildings, but not a big enough supporter to give them £10 to enter it. Because frankly, once you've seen one old church, if you're a dull agnostic / atheist chap like me, not really that into churches, but they are nice, so I poked my head in briefly, and then I went to the pub instead, and had an absolutely corking breakfast from one of them nice posh places on the Big Hill. So yeah, sorted. Bags under the eyes here, B, not much sleep, no. Have I got bags under the eyes? I've definitely looked rougher than this. But yeah, I haven't been pissed for 9 weeks. Quality commentary as useful. I haven't started the quality commentary yet, Stuart. I'm just getting warmed up. I promised I'd go for an hour tonight. Although, to be fair, especially to any of the ladies watching, if I don't last as long as I promised I would, it won't be the first time I've disappointed a woman. Several women, although never at once. I'm not a Frenchman. Never more than one at a time. But yes, I disappoint you, I will. Better salvation in the pub anyway. Yes indeed. Apologies for making the slurping noises. I remember someone stopped following me because they were so angry that I had a drink once. But seriously, I've been at the gym. I'm sweat like a rapist. I need to hydrate. So I'll mute it for a second, shall I? There we go. At least I don't eat a fucking burrito. I seen that Hassan Piker once just fully scranning like a mega burrito in front of his fucking camera, like spitting shit around, and I was like, ugh, what an absolute barbarian. Although, have you heard some of the things he believes? He is a barbarian. If we followed his ideology to its logical conclusion, the entire fucking United States would be ablaze. So I think it's fair to call him a barbarian. Iconoclastry, everything. They'd be setting fire to the buildings, burning all of the ancient works of art, replace fucking Abraham Lincoln with a monkey's head like on Planet of the Apes. It'd be fucked. So yes, that guy and all them other commies at the Young Turks, they are barbarians. Everybody who's just walked in, hello, how you doing? Ted, how's life? Denise, Michelle. Hello. Right, are we going to do some news? There's actually quite a few mad things I want to talk about that I can't really wax lyrical about using the BBC, because obviously the BBC doesn't cover everything. But consider it's called the BBC Spews. It'll be a bit weird if I just start cracking my own detail and going through everything else. So what I'll do is I'll pop my Twitter feed up and we'll see if that jogs my memory, and we'll just briefly talk about it in the same meandering, rambling, sweary fashion that all of the booketeers are one to enjoy. Tasteful, civilised chaps that you all are. So let's do that. English Yankee, were you in the Royal Marines? Of course I was. I wouldn't have my alter ego down there with the green beret on and his commando flashes if I wasn't. Just because he's slightly more muscular than me. I've let myself go since I retired, but I wouldn't go as far as making up the flashes and the beret. So yeah, that's true. BBC cover fuck all. No, Denise, they're not very useful, are they? You ain't much good to me alive, BBC. Right, so let's have a look. I had this on here somewhere. Oh yeah, here's a good one, look. My mate Peter Hitchens only retweeted the angry Bootneck, or at least responded to a comment. Therefore, me and Hitch, Bezzy Oppos from now on, right? Best pals. He is my new fucking drinking buddy. Peter, cheers, mate. Go for a pint. Actually, no, because I seen Peter give an interview in a pub once. I don't know who it was, Zoo or Uni Lad or someone. Took him to a boozer, and he is a miserable bastard. I mean, that's why I like him. I like miserable bastards. He reminds me of my dad. But he was a proper miserable bastard. It was like every drink they offered him, he was like, yeah, look at this fizzy shit. Well, no, he doesn't swear, does he? He was like, yeah, keep that fizzy, that I wouldn't wash my car with it. You know, proper scornful of everything they brought him. And then they finally settled on some bottle that he said he was all right and he'd drink. And then he had about 3 mouthfuls. But he was just pointing out that he was right. And I said, yeah, but it's not really prescient to point out that we were going to be in the shit financially. Because ever since Tony Blair, right, we've successive British governments, not since Thatcher have we had anyone actually attempting to balance the books. We have just spent like degenerate gamblers, haven't we, for years? Anyway, and he responded to that. I said, it's hardly pressing, Peter. We've been spending like drunk sailors in Vegas before, during and after the pandemic. Tony Blair was like Tony Montana, full of beak at the roulette wheel. I don't know if Peter Hitchens knows what beak is, but for those of you that don't, it's cocaine. So Tony Blair was like Tony Montana, full of beak at the roulette wheel. And Tony Montana is, of course, Scarface, who liked to do it by the pile, you know. You see normal addicts doing it in lines. Tony was into piles, which probably, it's like a good analogy for Tony Blair, because between those two, I think I'd rather have Tony Montana running the fucking country. Tony Montana would have just turned us into an international drugs supply ring. He probably wouldn't have invaded a country based on a lie, bombed the shit out of an entire nation, killed about 1 million babies and fucked up about 20 countries. So, hey, I'll take Tony Montana over Tony Blair any fucking day of the week. They should both be in jail, shouldn't they? They should be sharing a fucking cell. Yeah, Tony should be... Well, Tony Montana didn't live that long, but if he did, he could go into the same jail cell as that horrible, slimy creature. Oxygen thief, sloshing, Portaloo, Neggers blue juice. Tony fucking Blair. What a rat bastard. What else was I going to talk about on Twitter? There was loads of mad shit on Twitter, because that's sort of all I've been looking at for news the last couple of weeks. Loads of mad shit has gone on. Did anyone see Boris's lunacy about starting up a system where everybody gets their own policeman? Does anybody read that? Everybody gets their own policeman? I mean, fuck me. It wouldn't have been feasible in the 70s, right? And we've been cutting police services and letting an extra 500,000 people in every year for the last 20. Like, I've talked about you guys before. Do you remember when we were kids? When you were a bairn in the 80s, let's say about 1985, if you were sick and your mum came in and said, oh, you better be ill because you're not having the day off school if you're swinging the lead, and you'd say, oh, yeah, I definitely am. So she'd say, right, I'm phoning the doctor. He used to threaten you with the doctor to make sure you weren't taking the piss. And say, I'm going to phone the doctor. They used to phone the fucker, and he'd rock up at your house about an hour later. Like, proper just tip up. All right, mate, how are you doing? Just unbelievable. Can you imagine that now? Can we do that? And bear in mind, the NHS isn't like the police department. The NHS's funding's gone up every year for the last 20. But we've let so many people in, all of our public services are fucked. Fucked. I mean, we keep talking about it as if it's a money thing. Anyone who's not a complete mongoloid knows that the NHS's funding has gone up every single year of the last 20. It is a black hole. It's like Scrooge McDuck's money pit. It is eternally hungry for dollars, pounds, gold bullion. It will never stop needing more money because every single year it's got many, many more patients. There's fucking millions of people that use the NHS that have never paid a penny into it. Literally millions. Because we know for a fact that we've got over 1 million illegal immigrants living in the UK, and we know for a fact that they can't get paid on top of the table because they don't have NHS national insurance numbers, so they have to get paid cash in hand. So if they work at all, otherwise just go robbing, innit? Fuck it, go robbing. Either way, your income tax bill is nice and fucking light. So when they then use NHS, roads, schools, police, fucking bin men, anything, they don't pay for it. Twats like you pay for it, and twats like me. The biggest twats. The ones who've been doing it for decades and we never use the fucking things. Seriously, you should be able to opt out of your council tax. There's a big one I want to opt out of. I never ever ring the police, ever. I wouldn't ring them. I don't trust them. They're not competent. And if it's a minor crime, they don't even attempt to solve it. If you get burgled, they don't catch the burglar. They go, oh yeah, cheers, give you a crime number so you can get the insurance and then fucking go back to dealing with the myriad actual big crimes they've got on the plate because they haven't got enough people to fucking look into it. So I don't use the police. I could opt out of the fire department and say, listen, we live in the dampest bastard country in Western Europe. It's wetter than a fucking... People say otter's pocket, but I would assume an otter's pocket's quite watertight, right? He's not... I was going to keep his wallet dry. Anyway, let's just use that one. Wetter than an otter's pocket. It's fucking piss wet through 9 months of the year, 10 months of the... Well, let's be honest, 11 months a year. In Scotland, they only have 2 seasons, yeah? Winter and fucking July. So... It's a damp country. I'm willing to take my chances that my fucking fridge isn't going to burst into flames. So I'll opt out of that. I'll be like, no, if my house burns down, you can just stand and watch it, lads. So no police, I won't ring them, promise. Fire department, fuck it. If my house sets on fire, you can watch it. What else? Bin men, I'll bury my own fucking shit. I'll bury it. I'll find some wasteland, I'll bury the cunt. I'll take it to a private scrapyard and pay a fucking gypsy man £10 once a month to fling my shit in a big hole. I'll take care of it myself. Because what benefit do I get out of paying my fucking taxes? I seriously haven't been to the doctor in 20 fucking years. I get nothing. I just keep paying and I get nothing. So I'm fucking raged about it. So let's stop talking about money in the NHS, money in the police. We need to stop letting too many fucking people in. Seriously. Again, shout me if you've heard this before. The funding for the NHS has gone up every single year of the last fucking 30. It's a fact. Fucking Google it. Any Owen Jones chat types in the chat, Google it. Every single year it goes up. Up and up and up and up and up. It's growing by the hour. Like Elton John's cock if he's at a fucking gay disco. You can't stop it. So what's the other thing you can do if you just keep shoveling money in and you're not getting anywhere? You can stop people coming in and taking the piss out of you. And I've told the date as many times about my friend John, he was a paramedic in London. The 9 out of 10 calls, they were taking the piss. frivolous calls. One bloke had his leg x-rayed, said it wasn't broke, gave him some ibuprofen, sent him on his fucking way, and then John rocks up in an ambulance because he said he wanted a second opinion. He wouldn't have knew, but he had pen across the bottom of his foot. And he said, have you had this fucking thing x-rayed? And he was like, yeah, but I wanted a second opinion. Cunt. What do you mean you wanted a second opinion? Yeah, well, I want to throw you out of the fucking window then. Yeah? Are we all getting what we want today? You wanted a second opinion. I want to strap the fucking AED to your face and electric shock you until your fillings fall out. You spunk trumpet. It's nonsense. Stop people coming. If we threw out every single person who's living in the UK illegally, I'm telling you, the NHS would be fucking fixed. Puff, overnight. Well, no, 2 caveats. Every person who's here illegally and every person who's currently using the NHS that has not paid into the fucking system. They bring the fucking family members over. Some bloke might be here legally. Maybe he was lucky enough to come over under Tony Blair and he's living here legally. But he'll bring his fucking 30 family members over from Botswana or wherever the fuck it is, and they don't pitch in. If we had basic normal rules, like normal civilised countries, like we actually enforce the immigration fucking process, I mean, there's a zany idea, isn't it? Enforce the laws that are already in place. We don't even need to do anything new. Like, don't worry, MPs, we're not going to make you do any more work. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to put a dot at the end of any sentences or cross any T's. You just enforce the law that's already here. It's already there. It doesn't say in black and white. Section 7. Any cunt with an arsehole can rock up in the UK and live where he likes. P.S. Give him a council house. It doesn't say that. Definitely doesn't. I mean, I don't know it verbatim because I'm not a lawyer. But it definitely says if you don't come here legally or get granted asylum, you're not allowed to fucking stay. So enforce the existing law. And in a month of aggressively enforcing the law, the NHS waiting list will start going, because funny old thing, people will stop using it as much. It's not fucking rocket science, is it? Don't need to spend any more money. Just need to enforce existing laws. And if you're taking the piss, you get billed. If you're taking the piss, you get billed. Poland have the right idea. Well, everybody knows the Poles are based now, aren't they? I think this is the fundamental issue we've got here. We've been so lucky in the last couple of centuries that we've never had to live under a tyrannical left-wing regime. So countries like Poland and Hungary, they're based because they know where it leads. We've got sloppy, we've got arrogant. The Americans are the same. The Americans, the UK, Canada, Australia, the Anglosphere has been so lucky with the governorship for the last few centuries that we are now, it's open season. We're arrogant. We think it can never go that badly wrong. And it fucking can. It can go very badly wrong very, very quickly. Steve, yeah. The NHS is owed over 40 million for health tourism. It's got to be higher than that. Got to be. And I mention her all the time. My mate Jonesy was saying I'm ragged about it, but I mention her all the time. Nadia from Big Brother, random Portuguese bloke, rocks up, gets cock off on NHS. Don't tell me I was there toiling away paying my taxes so random blokes from Portugal can come and get cock off on NHS. Yeah? Can you imagine that? Just rocks up. How long have you been in England? About 8 months. What do you need? Get cock off on NHS. Fuck off. I mean, again, I'm not having to go at anybody who's trans. I'm just saying, you get it done, at least pay for it yourself. Don't turn up and go, oi, taxi driver, window cleaner, plumber, bus driver, get your fucking hands in your pocket. Paolo needs cock off. Fucking pay for it yourself, mate. Pay for it yourself. Nadia, not having to go at you, love. If the weaves are fucking daft enough to make it so you can get cock off on NHS, fair play to you. I'm not even having a pop at Nadia. You can have that one for now. Nadia, you can keep your minge. You can keep that. You can have it for now. It's on me. It's on me. But moving forward at least, fuck me. Seriously. How hard is it? Add that. If that's not an existing law, add it. British window cleaners should not have to clean windows to pay for Portuguese to get cock off on NHS. Lots of love, the fucking window cleaners union. Right? It's fucking ridiculous. If in fact, Nadia should at least have to follow a few about and, ring the fucking... She can, do that muscle... Is it like when you transition, I think you do like Kegels or something to sort of work on your new, glorious, shiny new gusset. She could at least follow them round and she could wring the rags out with the piss flaps. You wash your window and then hand it over and she just goes... wrings it out for you with a minge. Perfect. So, bollocks. Anyway, that joke didn't really work. Doesn't make any sense. I'm just riffing. You know how it gets. So there we go. I fucking ranted and raved about that for ages. She's always watching. I hope she never watches because, again, I've got no real axe to grind against Nadia. I'm not anti-LGBT. And, fair play to her. But we shouldn't have been daft enough to fucking allow it in the first place, should we? I mean... it's debatable whether they should be paying lifelong British taxpayers to get cock off, let alone random fucking foreigners. So there you go. Anyway, Nadia's always watching, having a strum. Nadia's always slapping her bits, watching the Angry Bootneck. I doubt it. If it's a trans one, are they a bit sort of dry? By the way, I just thought if you're masturbating and you're trans, is it like a fucking stale scone? Sorry. Getting a bit obscene. I don't normally do obscenities. I do news and politics. I apologise to any trans people for the stale scone remark. Anyway, right. I'll do some chat in the comments. Wordsworth would be proud. Not of the stale scone remark, I'm sure. Rusty axe. Oh, don't fill the chat with the crass, childish metaphors that I do. It's bad enough when I'm speaking them. I don't want them to read them as well. English Yankee, what did I miss? 22 minutes. We haven't been going too long. Right. How do? 9:27, how you doing? Any other new brothers? Bill Garland, hello, how are you? Flicking a man. Right, I'm not just sitting here doing crass remarks about Hallelujah followed me. All right. What was the other one I wanted to have a whinge about? Oh yeah, look at this twat. Here's a good one. So, breaking. This is another thing I want to talk about. Let me just zoom in. It's a bit smaller, isn't it? There we go. Right. So Boris Johnson, along with his insane, everyone should have an individual Bobby that can ring up. Yeah, like that's going to happen. Like that. Hello? All right, Bill. It's fucking hell, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What's going on? There's a crackhead shitting on my kitchen floor. Oh, I'll be right over. Oh, hang on, there's someone on the other line. Hello? This is a Mills Robbie. Bill, what? How many blokes have you got that you're supposed to be the individual copper for? Oh, fucking 930. I mean, I'm just guessing. It's about 140,000 people live in Borough, right? Divide that by the amount of coppers they've got. I'm assuming each copper's going to have about 800 blokes, right? So he's like, oh, sorry, I've got to take another call. Beep, smack it shitting on my kitchen floor. Well, hang on. Beep. Yeah, there's a rapist. He's currently dug up my wife. What's he going to fucking do? What's Bill going to do? I'll tell you what Bill's going to do. He's going to go back to fucking bed because there's no point getting up. You're wasting your time. Bill trying to be the individual Bobby for fucking 800 blokes he's about as pointless as Batman being in the Justice League, isn't he? Like, Superman can get to if there's a bank robbery at the north end of town, a rape on the east side, and a fucking jaywalker in the south, Superman can get to all three and square him away before Batman gets his fucking car keys in the Batmobile. So he's completely pointless. Completely pointless. And that's how useful a copper is in a town like Borough when he's got 900 individual residents to run about. It's going to even be worse than that. I don't know the numbers, but it's going to be horrendous. Boris Johnson's insane fucking nanny state schemes are not only completely absurd and unworkable, but they're overbearing. It's not very liberal. We shouldn't be placing these fucking demands on police officers. Just fucking do your job. Go on the beat. Stop crimes when you see them and investigate them when you don't. I don't want a fucking hand job off a copper. I don't need him to be my best mate. You're going to come round for puddings on Sunday? Fuck off. Just go and do your job, Roscopter. Again, I've got nothing against the police either, but I don't want to suck you off. I don't want you to be the best man at my wedding. I don't want to play around a golf for you on a fucking Sunday. Just go and do shit. Get a nice pair of boots, go for a walk with your partner, and fucking go on the beat. Deter crime. Investigate them where you don't see it. Fucking the basics. You don't need to get off and grandstand with this bullshit. Oh, everyone's going to be best mates with a copper. Suck my stump, Boris. Boris, you albino jellyfish, you know nothing about life. Fucking Boris is an absolute fucking... I don't even know where to start with him. Smooth brain. He's even worse than... I'm almost that close to I wish Corbyn won. Because at least if Corbyn won, the whole country would now be on fire, and we could start, after we've stirred the ashes for a bit, we could get back to actually trying to fix things. But Boris Johnson has been not just a failure, he's made me fucking embarrassed to tell people I voted Conservative in the last election. I'm fucking ashamed. Anyway, another rant there. You can have that one for now, ladies and gents. Boris Johnson is to launch a new programme where the government tracks what people eat and how much exercise they do. So you thought the last one was daft? Welcome to Bizarro World. It's just got dafter. It's just got dafter. If you thought that was fucking ridiculous, welcome to the fun. The freak show's just pitched its tent on Boris Johnson's fucking lawn. Because it's just got dafter. It's just got dafter. I don't cough this much when I don't go running. It's weird. Boris Johnson is to launch a new programme where the government tracks what people eat and how much exercise they do. And if people do well, they get discounts and free stuff via the Telegraph. So, not from a crazy source, the Telegraph, right? I'm not getting you this off Alex Jones. Boris Johnson thinks that it's liberal and conservative to track what you eat as an individual and track how much exercise you do. And it's totally feasible and definitely not going to cause any problems. What's the alternative to Boris, Matt? Richard, honestly, I'm starting to go down the Peter Hitchens line. Just let them die. I'm not voting for Conservatives again. I'm not fucking doing it. If that means we have 4 years of a commie in the White House, in the Downing Street, well, so be it. I'm not doing it. He can smoke my chubby. That horrible, saggy little fucking mess in Downing Street is about an inch right of fucking jezza. What a twat. And then look, I put underneath, right, the Conservatives take Conservatives for granted and they think they're always going to vote for them instead of the left. So they pander to a left that will always despise them. It's going to backfire. I'm not voting Tory again. I want to see them get decimated. And this dumb fuck here, Mayor of Dumb Fuckistan, he turns up, look. Bruh. I hate the way they talk, by the way. Young people, stop talking like that. Bruh. What the fuck does that mean? Bruh. How do you blame left-wingers for something a right-wing government is doing? But a right-wing government. Viktor Orban is centre-right. Boris Johnson is not a right-wing... He's not the leader of a right-wing government. Boris Johnson's about as right... leans to the right as about as much as my penis. And it's always sort of stuck to my left testicle. He's nowhere near the right. How the fuck? Tell me what they're right-wing on. So I said, what's right-wing about Tories? Tell me one thing. They haven't been right of centre since Thatcher. And even Thatcher, ladies and gentlemen that watch the Angry Bootneck, I know you're all squared away. Thatcher's not really... not a conservative. More of a free market libertarian, isn't she? I think she was sent very slightly to the right, but she wasn't a conservative by traditional means. And he says, yes, the anti-immigration party. The anti-immigration party. You tell me a single month ever since Cameron came to power where we didn't have net plus immigration to the UK. Anyone want to try and prove me wrong? I might be wrong. I'm just going off my colossal general knowledge and staggeringly high intellect. I'm kidding, obviously. General knowledge, because I'm not a fucking idiot. But has there been a single year of the last 13 where immigration to the UK wasn't on the up? A single month, a single week. If anyone can prove me wrong, have at it in the chat. So you can't call them an anti-immigration party, can you? I mean, again, am I fucking a lunatic? If you're just going to listen to what people say and not watch what they do, you're a moron. You're a moron. I could say anything. I could tell you I'm not English, I'm Scottish. It doesn't matter what I do or the geography. I'm just telling you I am. So therefore I am. No, you just watch reality. And the reality is, they can say whatever they want about this right-wing anti-immigrant party, but if the party has been introducing immigrants to the UK in the positive every single day of the last 5,000, they can't be anti-immigration party. They're a pro-immigration party, right? Pro-immigration. Farage has been talking about fucking migrant boats for a year. And Pretty Shitty has done less work than the ship's cat. What has she done about it? The square root of fuck all. So they're not an anti-immigration party. They're a pro-immigration, hand-wringing, pro-LGBTQ plus I, what the fuck are they right-wing on? Can anyone in the chat tell me? Anyone? What are the Conservatives right of centre on? Does anybody know? They're not even right of centre on traditionalist stuff like fucking buildings or something. Like, Roger Scruton, who used to advocate for building nice, old-fashioned buildings that looked like they were from a bygone age. Roger Scruton said nothing wrong and got fired on the say-so of a lying communist. And then all we've done since is build big glass fucking dildos that are about as appealing to look at as Diane Abbott's ring piece, and I don't want to look at that. Thank you very much. What's conservative about them? Name me one thing. Anything? What? Oh, look, they've just built another giant glass dildo. Conservative. No, it's not. Make something that looks nice, like a fucking old church. There's a conservative building. It sounds ridiculous, but you can have a conservative building. If you're a conservative, you should like St. Paul's Cathedral in York Minster. And if you're a communist, you go, there's no objective truth, man. Let's build a giant glass fucking dildo or a big Borg cube with shit stuck on the side of it. Looks like a blind hobo's fucking spray painted it. Oh yeah, it's art, man. It's not art. It's shit. It's fucking shit. Take your head for a shit, because that building is shit. Christ on a bike. These people are maniacs. They're doing my head in. Doing my fucking head. So yeah, nothing in the chat, right? Nobody's told me anything good. Tories love, yeah, of course they do. They don't like anything. No, nothing. No. Conservatives, Rothschild, that's a good one. Tess, he's married to a lefty and she wears the boxers. She doesn't just wear the boxers. She bones him. She caves his fucking dirt box in with a big spiky dildo. She isn't just wearing the boxers. She is rogering him senseless with a prize-winning leak. That fucking... I bet he's got an arsehole like the top end of a Wellington boot. Boris fucking Johnson. Because of the good rodding he's getting off his bastard missus. Yeah, she doesn't just wear the trousers. No fucking way. Diane Abacus, sorry for bringing her up. About 330,000 also per year, Gillian. Yeah, 330,000 every year. Oh yeah, the mega anti-immigration. Fucking 333,000 legally. That's like me saying, you know what, I'm fucking anti-chocolate. What did you eat yesterday? Chocolate, 330,000 times. What about the day before that? chocolate 330,000 times. I fucking lick Cadbury's buttons before I go to bed. I fucking hate chocolate. What are you talking about? 2D kun, you thick twat. 2D fucking brain. 2D brain. And I said, you're just saying things. And I'm dealing with reality. Has immigration gone down any year of the last 10? Has anyone done anything about the boats and the people trafficking? What do you mean, anti-immigration? And he says, yeah, right-wingers lie. No shit. Right, well, let me just tell you. I want to put this one to bed because I haven't even started on the BBC yet. Right? The Brexiteers, ladies and gentlemen, let's have it said. The Brexiteers did lie during the referendum. They did. Again, I'm not a fucking political ideologue. I'm not even particularly right of centre. You fuckers know it. You that have watched me for 2 years. I'm not. I'm humorous right-wing comedian type and I'll make out like I'm more right-wing than I am for a laugh. But I'm not. And I'm happy to hold my hands up and concede points when they're good ones, right? They did lie. Because it's politics. It's all lies. When they made the bus with £350 million a fucking week, they knew we're not going to get that money. They knew it's not as simplistic as that. So technically it is a lie. Even if there's some truth to it, you have to be concise in politics. So they do lie. They make difficult arguments concise enough or bend the truth or use statistics in a dodgy manner and they tell lies. Leave did tell lies about leaving the EU. But, and this is a proven fucking fact, the Remainers told as many or more lies. And I can reel them off. There's not many I can reel off about the Brexiteers. There's a few juking statistics, making things out to be more simplistic, not talking about the downsides. The Remainers were like, if we vote, and it went on for 4 fucking years, every single day on the BBC. That's why I turned into the anti-BBC Bootneck. It's basically what made me start doing videos about how much of a bunch of massive saggy cunts the BBC were, was because of the endless lies. Like, it was insulting. Every single day. If you vote to leave, tomorrow, your house price is going to be 25% less. That was one I remember. If you vote to leave today, tomorrow your fucking house price, whoosh, straight through the floor. They said if you vote to leave, 900,000 jobs are going to go from London in a week. They said if you vote to leave, Nissan factory is going to fuck off from Sunderland. If you vote to leave, the fishing industry is going to be even worse than it is now. If you vote to fucking leave, they even talked about STDs. Can you remember the story? It was like, if we vote to leave, we're going to get more STDs. Oh, the NHS is going to collapse. We won't be able to get any more medication. The food is going to run out. The fucking supermarkets are going to be empty. You won't be able to buy beans anymore. Yorkshire tea is going to run out of fucking... It was unbelievable. It was a deluge for fucking years. And yes, indeed, Remain is still at it now. Mark McCoy, you've been smoking? No, I haven't, mate. I've been running and I cough my guts. I don't cough my guts up when I smoke. Russell Hatton stabbed today. Speaker's Corner. Oh, winner. Winner. It's fucking chaos, London. Sadiq Khan couldn't run a piss up in a brewery. Terry Woodford, I voted to Remain. But then, yeah, okay. Terry, I didn't vote in the referendum. I was on the fence. I only became Nigel Farage with Piles a week after, when it was obvious they weren't going to do what they got told to do. Because I'm a Democrat. It's the principle of the matter. You fucking lost. Both sides told lies. That's what I've just held my hands up to say. Both sides lied. But we have to decide anyway. Right? That is a totally fair, reasonable thing to say. Both sides lied. Remain lied. Brexit lied. But then we have to go through the lies, just like in every single general election since the creation of clamshite. You still have to wade through the lies and make a decision. Trump lied. Of course he did. Trump lied. Clinton lied. Obama lied. Clinton lied. Kerry lied. Fucking... They all lie. John McCain lied. Obama tells lies. Politicians lie every time the lips move. But you've still got to choose, haven't you? They don't go, whoa, 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 one of them told a lie there. Fuck this for a game of soldiers. Let's just play pin the tail on the fucking MP. It doesn't work that way. They lie. We know they lie. We still have to decide. The fact that the fucking lie doesn't invalidate the result. And you lost convincingly in the biggest fucking referendum ever in British history. You fucking lost. And then you spent 4 years trying to fucking roll against it, and you expected people like me who sat on the fence and didn't vote to still be on the fence when you behave like a bunch of Gestapo motherfuckers? You lost. And that's a God's honest truth, Bootketeers. The angry Bootneck did not vote in the Brexit election, the referendum. I didn't vote. I thought, you know what, I'm currently living in the States. I can see pros and cons to both sides. There's risks, definitely risks to leaving. I'll just leave it in the hands of the British people. And they decided. And you lost. So I went from impartial to Nigel Farage with a hangover and a fucking lump on his bollocks. I was enraged by it, out of principle, because I am a man of principle. That's a fucking word you don't hear very often in the House of Commons. Principle. P. They don't like the P word. They like penis because they're all shagging rent boys. They like paedophilia because loads of fucking nonsense in there as well. But they don't like that P word, do they? Principle. That's why I turned into a Brexiteer. And again, you get wankers having a go at me on Twitter and fucking Quora and everywhere else. The angry boot is just saying because he's going to get something out of it. No, what the fuck am I getting out of it? I haven't got a monetised channel. I don't make any fucking money out of YouTube, other than people buying me a pint every now and then. Buy me a pint, by the way, you tight bastards. I get hardly any money. Hardly any. I'm doing it out of principle. Because the fucking sneaky rat bastards tried to overturn a free and fair election result. So, fuck you. It's shocking. Yeah, right honourable, Denise. Holy fucking shitballs. Right honourable. Kim Jong's more honourable than the fuckers that we've got in the Houses of Commons. So there's that. Bollocks. Nothing conservative about them at all. Shall we do some BBC before I fuck off? I did want to talk about this one. Right? Because obviously the BBC, as I said, they love talking about cock. More than me. And I use penis and fanny metaphors more than most people. But they love it. They absolutely love it. The referendum vote was fixed. They let the Irish vote and people from lots of other EU countries. Why would they vote themselves out? Yeah, I think you're about the Irish one there. Well, that's a con as well, isn't it? If you vote away they don't like, they make you vote again. I mean, if that's not a red flag. If you vote away they don't like, they fucking make you do it again. How is that a democracy? Do it again, do it again, do it again. Oh, we like that one. Fuck, well, that's not a democracy, is it? I keep saying, if we fucking had a referendum to pull down Nelson's column and put a fucking 50-foot cock in its place, build the cock. And I'm not even taking the piss. It's the principle of the matter. If they said, you know what, Nelson was an arsehole. Yeah, not like the communists do it. I'm not saying drive a bulldozer at Nelson like a bunch of authoritarian communist shit bastards like fucking Sarkar and her horrible authoritarian shitbag weasel friends. I'm saying if we decided we had a referendum, something came to light. Let's say we found out that Admiral Nelson was actually a rent boy in his spare time. So Nigel Farage said, oh, I'm not really into rent boys. I think we should have a referendum whether or not we're going to get rid of Nelson's column. And we had a referendum and 52% to 48 said, get rid of Nelson's column. I want a giant flashing purple cock in its place. I would fucking vote against it in the referendum, but if we lost, you fucking bet you I would become the prime flashing neon purple cock warrior. That would be me. The neon purple flashing cock warrior. I would change my channel name to the neon purple flashing cock warrior and I would become the biggest advocate for flashing neon purple cocks you could ever imagine. I'd be out there every day, Speaker's Corner. I demand more cock in Parliament Square. Because that's what we have to do. if you want to look yourself in the mirror and realise you're not a piece of shit. Like Ash Sarkar and all of her chum, they are fucking despicable. That's what I keep telling you guys. They're despicable. Don't let any of them talk down to you. Don't let any of them ever tell you you're a bad person. You're a bad person, you're a conservative. No, you're fucking awful. You think when people vote for something you don't like, you think, don't care. Don't care. You can see every one of them would be a petty tyrant if they were in charge of anything. Wouldn't they? Anything they were in charge of, they would fuck up because they would go, no, I'm not doing it. Nothing. Could be even something small. What should we have for dinner? Want fish and chips or a curry? Oh, I think we should have a curry. Fuck you. What, all 19 out of 20 you said you wanted a curry? Fuck you, we're having fish and chips. It's shit living like that. Even if he's running a dinner table, he's being a cunt. Because most people are saying we don't want that, and he's going, I don't fucking care. Commies are fucking scum. Scum. If you could, with a straight face, do the exact opposite of what the electorate tell you, and you don't feel guilty about it, you're fucking awful. Look at yourself in the mirror and realise you're looking back at a piece of fucking shit. I don't know how to make it any more plain than that. So, that was a bit of a rant. This is the point I'm trying to make here, right? Budapest Pride stands up for LGBT rights in Hungary, right? LGBT people and their supporters have marched through the capital city of Hungary to defend their rights. It comes as the government tries to limit discussion on homosexuality and transgender issues in schools. Tries to limit. Then making it simplistic. It's not that straightforward. A law to limit teaching on the subject came into force this month, and Prime Minister Viktor Orban plans to back it up with a referendum. Well, here we fucking go, right? This sentence here. What is controversial? And full disclosure, new watchers, I am pro gay marriage. I know that'll upset the proper conservatives in the room, but I am. Because I was brought up in the 90s, I was brought up to always respect everyone because they have no choice in things as trivial as their sexuality. So I've got nothing against any of them, and I'm pro-gay marriage. I don't think you should be able to force churches to do it. I think they should be going to the registry office. You shouldn't be able to force a Catholic to marry you when he doesn't fucking want to, because he's got freedom of religion. Everyone's allowed to be free. But I'm pro-gay marriage. Get a civil ceremony. Get fucking married. Be as bastard miserable as I am, yeah? The reason women smile on wedding photos is because they know they'll never suck another cock ever again. So you want to be fucking miserable, you get married. Gay or straight. But listen. This is the genius of Orban, right? They're making out like this. The least controversial thing in the entire world is controversial. Up is down and left is fucking right. It's mad. The way they've worded it. A law to limit teaching on the subject came into force and Prime Minister plans to back it up with a referendum. The evil bastard. Is there anything less controversial than a fucking referendum? Answers on a postcard. Is there anything less controversial than a referendum? Viktor Orban's a genius. Because the EU have been talking shit for months. That fucking sack of shit Macron. And the Dutch Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, saying we have to destroy Viktor Orban. We have to throw them out of the club. Fucked up, like seriously, Gestapo shit from the EU. So Viktor Orban has said, I'll tell you what, lads. I'll tell you what, I'll settle this. Let's just have a referendum. Clever. Because what are the EU going to do? We know what the EU are all about because we're fucking Brexiteers now. We know the EU are authoritarian. We know the EU don't play by the rules. But he's a fucking genius because he said, what I tell you guys all the time, you cannot make an honest man into a liar. Orban's just gone, right lads, I'm going to leave it to the people. You can't say fairer than that. You can obfuscate and you can lie and you can cheat and you can backstab and you can get the MSM in Silicon Valley to fucking tyrannise everybody. I'll tell you what, let's let the people decide. I'll let the people decide if they think 6-year-old kids should be hearing about rim jobs and gobbling and fucking daisy chaining round the gay disco, hanging out the back of your boyfriend. Let's decide as a people if we think it's a good idea. And now the EU are going to go, fucking hell, he can't do that. He can't let people have their own opinions that we don't agree with. Mark Rutte, a twat from the Netherlands, he's going to be like, what you talking about, you cunts? I'm Mark Rutte from the Netherlands. I'll tell you how you're supposed to live, random fucking Hungarian cunt. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mark? You're not even from fucking Hungary. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? That Elton John gone wrong. Fucking Guy Verhofstadt. Teeth like a dead sheep. Could whistle fucking 8,000 taxis and fit fucking £2 coins through his two front teeth. That gone wrong sex offender. Elton John, if he had like a Siamese twin, it's like Danny DeVito and Arnold in Twins, and fucking Guy Verhofstadt is Elton John's Danny. If that makes any sense. The fucking mutant. Constantly sticking his fucking nose in. I'll tell the English what to do. You won't, Elton. You won't. Who the fuck are you? The only people who get to tell people what to do are elected officials who get elected into a position of authority by the fucking people that they work for. And if some random Dutch cunt tells a farmer from Hungary that he's not allowed to be anti-LGBT, again, have to keep putting the caveats in because Susan is on my balls like white on rice. I'm not anti-LGBT, but I'm a man that respects democracy. And if some Hungarian fucking farmer wants to be against gay marriage, even though I disagree with him, that man is entitled to his fucking opinion. And some random cunt from fucking the Netherlands doesn't have the right to tell him otherwise. Again, controversial. Susan, are you going to throw me off the fucking platform? Controversial, I know. But random foreigners shouldn't be able to tell working class people from another country, fucking 3 countries over, that he's not allowed to have an opinion that some upper crust, overpaid, work-shy Dutch stoner has to say about rent boys. It's got nothing to do with you, Mark. Suck spunk out of your own boyfriend's arsehole on your own time and leave me, the fucking stalwart labourer from a fucking farm in Hungary. Leave me alone. I've got nothing against gay people. If you want to be a fucking absolute jizz fiend in the Netherlands, you crack on. I'm pro-freedom. You be an absolute jizz box. You can slosh while you walk everywhere. Like you can sweat fucking baby gravy, toppers with wobbly eggs and poppers and whatever the fuck else you want. But I just want to go to work and pay my taxes and walk the fucking dog and not have to worry about a 6-year-old learning about rimming and gobbling and fucking all of the other Belgian biscuits. I don't even want to keep going down the sex pest fucking route. So yeah, unbelievable. Felchtastic. Thank you, John. Felchtastic. So there we go. I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is a masterstroke. Masterstroke. It says a spokesperson for HATA, the country's leading see how long it's getting, LGBTQI rights, told the BBC's NewsHour programme that the law encourages and legitimises being openly homophobic and transphobic. It's complicated. I don't think it does that, but we'll agree to disagree. The damage will remain with us for many years. The event's aim is to stand up for a diverse, open and inclusive society and many other things related to overt communism. Peace and love, what's baby gravy? If you can't guess what baby gravy is, peace and love, I don't want to ruin your pleasant, civilised mind by dragging you down to my level. And also you should probably leave because there's lots of swearing on this channel. Thousands of people are said to have joined the march, which crossed the city's Liberty Bridge over the Danube. It was as much a celebration of identity as a protest against discrimination. I've got nothing against any of these people. 100% down with gay and lesbian people doing what they like, rubbing the minges up against whatever they want and sticking the cocks wherever they fucking like. One marcher held up signs that read, "Group of supporting parents" and "I love you, support you, accept you." Another sign simply said, "Equal rights." A Stop LGBT protest was also held in the city. Supporters of the law argue they are defending traditional Christian values. Again, I'm not a Christian and I'm pro-gay marriage. But listen to me. They're allowed their opinion. Christians are allowed to be Christians. If fucking Abu Hamza is allowed to spend 20 years talking about gays go to hell, freedom go to hell, you best believe that a Christian's allowed to politely say, I personally don't agree with gay marriage. Again, controversial. I'm not a fucking Christian, and I'm pro-gay marriage. But yes, church-going, pleasant Christian chaps, you are entitled to your opinion if you don't think gay marriage is a good idea. I don't understand why people even think the Bootneck is right-wing. I seriously don't. I don't understand why I'm fucking controversial. The world's gone fucking mad when someone as dull and milquetoast as me is considered fucking right-wing. I don't know what's going on. I support these people to do as they please. Christians, do as you please. Gays, do as you please. Leave each other alone if you don't want to be mates. I'm not saying you have to all hang out. But I don't fucking understand why these people, these Christian people, because they're the ones getting oppressed, why aren't they allowed to disagree? Why? Why aren't they allowed to disagree? It's what Michael fucking Paul sodomy is a sin. Yeah, and you're entitled to your opinion. I don't believe any of the stuff in the Bible, so I don't think it is. Again, full disclosure, I've never been Rogered senseless by anybody. Maybe once raped with a broom shank as part of a drinking game, but never sodomised by anyone. And it's lunacy. Christians are allowed an opinion. If all of the other religions are allowed somewhat controversial opinions, and we all fucking know they are, the Hungarian MEP, she's allowed her opinion. She hasn't done anything wrong. She's against the LGBT legislation. Well, whatever. She can. So there we go. They're all arguing. That's fine. Argue away. Democracy in action. And Mr. Orban there is going to have he's going to back it up. Back up his evil legislation with a referendum. I don't even have to talk anymore. I can do it via the tone of my voice. Right? Plans to back it up with a referendum. That's how milquetoast it is. A referendum. It's a fucking referendum. You're letting free people have an opinion. You horrible, horrible, communist, authoritarian, gulag-filling, fucking awful, awful people. You don't even know you're awful people. That's the worst thing about communists. Not only are they awful people, they actually think they're the good guys. I mean, how mad's that? They think they're the good guys. These people, the Christians in Hungary, are just saying, judge the sin, not the sinner. Hate the sin, not the sinner. I believe in Christianity. I have no ill will against gay people. I don't have anything against them. I just don't think children should be learning about it too young. And the authoritarian left say, fuck you, you're not allowed an opinion, fuck you, you're evil, you're fucking scum, you're scum, your kids are scum, your wife's scum, you're all fucking evil. Peace and love. No, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Jesus wasn't like that. I mean, he kicked the fuck out of a few moneylenders with his, kick-ass Jesus Kung Fu, but generally, no violence. The left wing are fucking despicable. Susan and her friends stomp on your rights, silence you, basically attack me for 2 years for no reason, don't deserve any of it. Cull my followers, tell fucking lies, ban me, delete my hard work, fuck me around incessantly, and all I ever say is, let people be free, let people have their opinions, let gay people go to the gay disco, let Christians go to the churches. Is that fucking controversial? Well, apparently it is. You would think the amount of times I've been banned that every live stream starts with me getting my ball sack out, slapping it on the desk for all the world to see, and bashing it wafer thin with a pint glass for my own sexual gratification. It doesn't happen. I've never once got my balls out in front of this camera, so I shouldn't have fucking been banned, but here we are. Because apparently being tolerant and liberal and freedom loving and liking the Christians and the Jews and the other guys whose words I'm not even allowed to fucking mention, allowing them to go about their business, pray however they want, get the rugs out, do whatever they like. You practice your faith in peace, leave me the fuck alone. Gays, you going out the back of each other wherever you want, go to the gay disco, sniff poppers, do drugs. I couldn't give a monkey's fuck. Everybody can enjoy themselves. The world is big enough for all of us. I think my message is 10 times more tolerant and inclusive than anything any BBC shit cunt or Guardian reading, spunk chugging shitbag has ever uttered, and that's the fucking truth. Tolerance, peace, I think you're looking at it. Muslims, Jews, Christians, you guys all go and practice your faith in peace. Gays, lesbians, trans, you crack on, but don't ram it down my throat. And the world is big enough for all of us. Right? PJ, I've been banned more times than fucking, I don't know, Johnny fucking football hooligan. I've been banned more times than Jimmy Savile was thrown off the fucking waltzers. Right, so I'm off. Anyway, that was a nice, peaceful, tolerant, warm and welcoming end, wasn't it? There's enough space for us all, ladies and gents. I don't hate anyone. I just hate authoritarian communists, right? I don't hate anyone. No colour, no creed, no sexuality, no disability, nothing. I just hate authoritarian communists because I know what happens when they get to be in charge. There's a pile of skulls as big as the fucking pyramids. Right? There we go. I promised you an hour and a bit. I've gone over. 1 hour and 1 minute precisely. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm over. I'm done. My throat's sore. I'm going to go and drink a pint of water. Thank you for being... Oh, shit. No, I'm not going. I've got an announcement to make. I meant to do this at the start, but you guys know I wing it. I don't plan the best. Before I leave, announcement. I am not staying in the UK. Yeah. It's not because of politics. Although I'd be lying if I was to say that doesn't play a role. I've just spent a couple of weeks with my missus. Those of you that didn't know, she's been in California the past few months while I came over here to take a job. I've done it for 6 months. She was planning to come over, quit her old job, everything was going well, and then a gig that she really wanted, public sector worker. I don't want to give any effect away because you know what the lefties are like, they'll fucking string her up if they fucking get hold of her. She's got a gig working in a role that she's desired for many years, and it pays better than mine. So I have put my notice in, and I'm not going to be staying in England. I've been fortunate enough in the last 40 years of work that I'm not skint because I'm not a moron. I like to go to the gym and I don't wear jewels and have a car that bounces up and down at the traffic lights. So I'm stopping... Yeah, the return of the leaf blower, Andy. Yeah, marvellous. So we're moving to the West Coast, right by the beach. And that's that. I'm planning to leave about 2 weeks from now. I'm assuming there's going to be another bit of a delay getting everything squared away because I'll have to ship all my equipment over there. And yeah, there's going to be a bit of an issue. Short version is though, yes, Blue Falcons, we can go to the range. I'll be able to do a lot more content because I've currently been working full time for the last 7 months. Obviously, that's why I've only done a couple of videos a week, couple of fucking live streams. Medium term, I'm not worried about money and I'm not worried about work. So I'm going to fucking fly out there and I'll spend a couple of months settling in and hopefully doing a lot more YouTube content and a lot more live streams and trying to fucking push the channel a bit more. I might even write a book. I've always wanted to write a book. And then I can read you the first chapter, and if you guys like it, then I'll carry on. Right? It's a good idea. So, yes, California trend, yeah. Whether or not that turns out to be wise is another thing. I do think politically, though, the United States is in a better place than the UK. I think Trump did fucking well in the last election. I don't believe the numbers because I think the commies are so brainwashed that they are actually of the opinion now that it's moral to cheat. I think the United States has a constitution that's written and guarantees your freedom of speech. I think the United States doesn't arrest people for tweeting. I think the United States has got a more naturally libertarian populace than the UK because we've been lucky enough to not have appalling governance for a few centuries, authoritarians. We haven't had one since Cromwell. And I just feel as if the United States is a better place politically, even though AOC, teeth like a dead sheep, and fucking Joey, what's his fucking name? Where am I? What's going on? Pass me the fucking straitjacket Biden and his crackhead son. Yeah, they're there. So it's not perfect, but I think long term, I think the United States is going to be a better place than the UK. It's only a tiny portion of why we're going. The main reason I'm going is because my missus got a much better job than me. She would have preferred to stay where she is with her family. I'm less interested in my family because I'm a bootneck and I didn't see the fuckers anyway. So the main reason is my missus wants to stay where she is. And I'm more than hell happy to support her in that way because I'm fortunate enough to be good with money and I'm a confident chap and I don't worry too much about those things. If I need a fucking job, I'll get one. I'm great at job interviews. Nobody can talk shit like me in a job interview. I'm a fucking professional. So yeah, that's that. Short term, I'm still here. But a couple of weeks from now, I'll be flying back to fucking California to a small town right away from all the big cities on the coast. And I think it'll be fucking sound. And yes, Paul, I will buy many, many guns. But we've already got one. Mrs. Taylor is currently oiling it as we speak. So there you go. Done. Hour and 6. All right, I promise it's over an hour. Thanks, everybody. Like it, share it, do all that shit, and I'll probably do a stream tomorrow because I've had a couple of weeks off, haven't I? All right. Thanks very much. You'll be a kept man. Yes, I can't fucking wait. Mrs. Taylor can buy the booze for a couple of months. All right. Thanks, guys. Get a decent egg. No, I'm still not paying for it. She does it with a fucking broken bottle. All right. Thanks, guys. See you very soon. Good night. Cheers.